The truth about living in Pensacola, Florida, an updated 2026 pros and cons. What up, everybody? Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're thinking about relocating to the Pensacola area or kind of just this general vicinity, you got to stick around. We are going to break down the pros and cons of what it's like to live, sleep, eat, work, all that kind of stuff here in Pensacola and the surrounding areas. So make sure you stick around. There's so many great things about this area that I love, but there's a lot of things that are kind of a pain in the butt. This right here, construction, is probably one of them. And hey, my name's Tim Eklund. We're the #1 relocation team here along the area. We love helping you out. We help so many people from YouTube. So if you're thinking about coming here, or if you're coming here and on vacation and you just want to check some things out, or you need a food recommendation, I'm your boy. I'm your man. I'm your guy. I got a guy. You know, this city, this area is just, 10, 15, 12 years behind with a lot of things. So there's a lot of construction going on, and it's kind of a pain because it's construction on the streets that you drive in. It's construction on the areas that you go to. So, the amount of construction that's going on, it's great, right? Don't get me wrong, because that means growth, which us real estate agents love, but it is annoying. Right now, like my office is downtown. They're redoing Palafox Street. It's going to be great. If you check out this video to learn a little bit more about what's going on, but it's got everything blocked off. It's loud. Yes, they say it's only going to be till June or something like that, but we all know how construction goes. So I think one of the cons about this area right now is just the amount of construction going on. If you were to go up to Pace Milton, it is ridiculous what kind of construction is going on. And these roads, they built these roads years ago, and they were 2 lanes, right? Or it was kind of one way in, one way out. And it worked for many years, but we're just growing so much. They're building a new big apartment complex and things like that. Check out that video right there. Down here downtown over by the Wahoo Stadium, and they're going to be building, they're going to be bringing in so many more people. Then they're going to be talking about the Reverb, the Hard Rock Hotel. The amount of construction that's going to be going on downtown for years is going to be a major pain in the butt. So big con right now is the amount of construction. I'll tell you, if you do not like the cold weather, don't move here, because over the past few years, it seems like it has been getting colder and colder. Last year we got 9-10 inches of snow. That is absolutely ridiculous. We got snow this year, a little bit, but we're in Florida. I wouldn't think that you would be getting snow or worry about getting snow or even this freezing cold weather. And that's the thing that's really kind of been annoying is, it'll be 70 degrees, then it'll be 40 degrees. It'll be 60, and then it'll be 50. Then it'll be 70, and then it'll be 20. So I hate that. I hate that part. I wish it would just be not so bipolar and just figure out what you want to do when it comes to weather. But if you do not like cold, hey, but also on the flip side, it's beautiful. And if you were to go South Florida, it might not be as cold, but it's going to get hotter in the summertime than it is here. So, but if you don't like the cold, and if you don't like a lot of consistent days of being cold, this might not be one of those places for you. Now, let me tell you, one thing I do love about this area is the amount of newer restaurants, bars, breweries that have been opening up over the past few years. It is really, really cool. And it's not just chains, right? Yes, we have Cane's that's moving here, right? Or we have all these other restaurants, but there's a lot of great local restaurateurs, entrepreneurs that have opened up restaurants, and it's phenomenal. It's really, really cool to be able to go and have, different meals and try different places and really support those locals. And it's not like you're going and you're eating out at some chain restaurant all the time. It's really cool that we have so many places that have opened up, and they're going to continue to open up. We have such a hub for new restaurants and people that want to open up, no matter if it's a food truck or if it's a a fine dining restaurant, and that's just going to grow and grow, and we're going to have more and more opportunities. So if you're a foodie, if you love to get out and try new foods and try new things, Pensacola is you definitely got to check us out, because there's a lot of great opportunities and a lot of great restaurants here for you to try out. So I'll tell you what, another thing that's kind of been a pain in the butt is traffic, right? We are growing, and when it comes to that's part of growth, is more people, more traffic. And you've heard me talk about this before, that we don't have the infrastructure for the amount of growth that's going on. And hopefully, hopefully that the city and the county will start building better infrastructure when it comes to how people can get in and out of their communities, get around the area, get around the city. But yes, traffic, there is an abundant amount of traffic. I remember I used to just kind of joke around and say, man, you could drive around on the weekend, drive around on Sunday and not see a car. And now it's not like that, right? There's a lot more traffic, there's a lot more people, but that's good. That means positive growth. Our roads, so many roads here are 2-lane, 45 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour. So when you have someone that's just kind of cruising, at 40 miles an hour, and you're stuck behind them, it just kind of bottlenecks. So the traffic has been a pain in the butt over the past couple years. So what about opportunities? I'll tell you, this is a huge pro, right? Like, there is so many opportunities here along the Panhandle. I hear people complain about, there's no jobs. I mean, there's so many jobs, and there's so many big jobs that are coming here, right? Not only do we have companies like Costco coming here, but the aeronautical, the anything in aero engineering, aeronautical, and I'm not even probably say aero, whatever, dealing with airplanes and that kind of stuff. Those opportunities are huge. And there's a lot of great, you got it from IHMC to different, we talked about restaurants, bars, travel. Our airport is building another terminal. That's going to bring a lot more jobs. You have companies like Navy Federal that have tons and tons of opportunities, tons of jobs. If you're in the car business, there's lots of car dealerships, mechanics. If you're in healthcare, we have a huge healthcare community here. So no matter if you're getting into x-ray tech, or if you're up as a doctor, a physician, or anything like that, there's a lot of great opportunity here, and it's just going to keep growing and growing. So if you're looking for a place that has some great growth opportunities, you definitely got to check us out. I think it's another huge pro is the outdoor living here. No matter if you like to fish, if you like to hike, yes, of course, you're not hiking up mountains, but there's a lot of great trails that you could hike, or if you like to ride dirt bikes, if you like to ride your bike, there's so much to do out here. And there's so many trails. There's things that I've never even checked out. Like, I was up in Milton a couple weeks ago, and the trail, the Milton Trail, is miles and miles and miles long. That's definitely one of those places I'd love to go check out. Bring the bike, or if you're kind of downtown Gulf Breeze, riding your bike, walking over the 3 Mile Bridge is so cool. It's very relaxing. But there's a lot of things to do outdoor, no matter if it's on the water, not on the water, if you like to go shooting, if you like to get out and play frisbee golf, whatever that may be. There's a lot of great things to do outside. So if you like to be outside, you definitely got to check us out. I think another great pro about this area is the real estate price. We deal with a lot of people that are relocating, and it almost amazes people sometimes. Like, we have some clients right now that will be relocating from the kind of Ohio area, and they were just like, they were amazed at how many properties they could find a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 1-car garage for under $250,000. Okay, now you know, there you could get into new construction. There is so much opportunity, but when it comes to real estate, you can find a great house for that, I believe, and especially when you start looking at economics, that's very affordable. Right now, I will tell you, rent seems to be a little bit on the higher side, but you know what? If you're able to purchase, might put you in a great position, because even if you're, you know, can spend $250,000, $200,000, there's great options. Or hey, if you're in the $3, $4, $5 million range, there's tons of options for you as well. But I think real estate prices here are a huge pro. You know, we can't forget about the beach, right? So there's pros and cons about the beach. And let's talk about the cons first. Traffic to get out to the beach can suck, right? Because you go through, if no matter where you're coming through, you got to go through the Bob Sykes Bridge to get over to the beach, and that can really bottleneck. They're doing construction out there, right? So if that really bottlenecks up on that construction or that traffic because of the construction or lack of parking or something like that, then it can ruin the day, right? Or it just takes you a lot longer to get out there. But hey, if you're going to the beach, you should be chill and you should be relaxed. So just plan accordingly, because when you get out there, it's some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and they've been dredging the beach. It's getting bigger. It's pretty awesome. But hey, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if there's anything that we could do, we'd love an opportunity to answer any questions that you have. My name's Tim Eklund, 850-637-8622. Later.